just to show you a quick demo of one of the Python script. For example, if I just go on this other one that is already up and running, and let's say I exit out of this one and quit. So right here, if I go to cd to home wlotfi and cis 12 and go to MySQL, and then right here, let's say one of the Python script is minus this temp1.py. If I want to just do temp1.py, it is basically connecting with this password on this database instance, and then once it connects it creates tables and run it. And the way I run it, this one temp1.py, I could say Python temp1.py. It basically just creates the database. So in this time I just failed with something. So what is the line that it failed? It says file temp1 unknown database py demo d1. So this since the database didn't exist, it could not connect to it, right? So in order to connect to it, I need to do create a database. So let's say for ci demo.back, I could just create it on the command line, more temp1.py. Right here, create database if not exists py demo1. So in here, the syntax of this vi temp1.py, I could just modify this one to use MySQL, this connection, because originally if the database doesn't exist, you cannot use that database as password. So I'm going to use this instance of MySQL first, comment out that line, and then now it's going to create the database. If it doesn't exist, then it's going to just do the rest of them. So I could say Python temp1.py and just run it. So what it says this time, package using password localhost. So somehow the password is not understood. Let's try it one more time. vi and take this one out. Sorry, this is the name of the database. So the password was fine. I wanted to update this file. I did the wrong field. I want to update this one with one line and then look for py demo1, and this database field I want to use MySQL state. So now I run it and everything should be fine. See, it created the database. So if I clear the screen, I run it a few times, it's gonna just do the same thing, because I see if the database doesn't exist, create it. Since it exists, the next time I'm not duplicating it. And then the records are just going to be inserted, because those ones are not duplicate records. I'm dropping the tables and then creating it there. So if you look at the contents of this temp1.py, I'm creating if that a database doesn't exist, and it is going to use the MySQL. So now if I just go back to vi temp1.py and .py, and then use this other statement, this one is going to connect to the py demo. Since the py demo exists, it's going to work also with this one. See? So we showed you on Python, but I'll show you on Bash scripting with details of this one, again with the database. how you insert it. Normally, you don't want to write a bash script to connect to a database. You could do certain small queries, but whenever you're connecting a database, you're doing a lot more than just a few lines of entry. And if that is a line of entry that you're doing for your cron job or some shell script that you're getting information from LDAP or from MySQL server or SQL server or any other database access or something, you're welcome to do that. When you could do it in Bash, PowerShell, any other scripting language. But if you're more than that one, please use Python or C++ or Java.